Am I the a-hole for not reconciling with my family after I was framed for theft? Throwaway because my brother is a Redditor. I am 23 and male. I am the middle child of my parents, 54M and 53F, and I have an older sister, 25, and a younger brother, 19. I've been living apart from my family for 5 years with minimal contact because just around my 15th birthday, my dad's belongings began disappearing from his room. He has a pocket knife collection consisting of various knives that he has gathered from across the U.S., and some of them are fairly valuable, not worth like several $1,000s, but some of these might fetch a few hundred. He also has a collection of baseball cards and autographed baseballs. These items would vanish from his room and end up in mine, and each time I was punished for it, each punishment being more severe than the last. I was viewed by my entire immediate family as a thief for 3 years, even though I constantly pleaded with them about my innocence. I missed several vacations, didn't have a 17th birthday celebration at all, didn't get my driver's license or a car until after I moved out, and I didn't have a job and had no way to save money except for past birthdays and occasional chores around my neighborhood. I remember my parents telling me how much of a disappointment I was, and that they wouldn't be surprised if I ended up on the local news as a robbery suspect or worse. My extended family wasn't much help either and saw me in the same light. It got so bad that I genuinely wondered if I was actually stealing and not remembering it at all, either due to some kind of mental issue or doing it in my sleep or something. Earlier this week, I got a call from my mom. My dad had noticed that his things had begun disappearing again without me being there, and finally had the bright idea to set up cameras in the hall, where my brother was caught taking stuff and putting them in my sister's old room. Mom informed me about that, and then said that she and my dad both apologized to me for not believing me, and that they would love to have me over for her birthday dinner to catch up. I asked her what their plan for my brother's punishment was, and she seemed confused. I asked her again, reminding her that I was forced to miss out on a birthday, multiple vacations, and my driver's license at 16. She mentioned that my dad took his phone for a week, and his video games for a month. I lost it, and berated them for treating me way worse while I was being framed as a thief, while the actual thief only had his phone taken away. I then said, I will not be attending any future events with them, and stated, you guys can go fuck yourselves. I hung up and blocked her number. I later got a call from my sister, who said that, while my rage is very much justified, my mother is inconsolable and has locked herself in our parents' bedroom. Am I the a-hole? Update. My sister, who I will call T for simplicity, contacted me about an hour ago, as of the time I'm writing this, and apologized for what she told me. She and I have been very close ever since I moved out, and she is known to step up and apologize when she is in the wrong. No hard feelings towards her at all. As far as my parents go, my mother had an overnight epiphany according to T. She ended up kicking my brother, who I will call J, out of the house after they made him admit to doing this for years. Mom told T that he was sent to my granddad's house, where he will be forced to get a job and pay rent, as well as his own tuition now. My dad initially argued with her about this until I made him realize just how badly he was tearing this family apart. My dad then called me, apologizing profusely, telling me I don't ever have to see them again, and that they would totally understand it, but they would love the chance to make amends and fix what they damaged. He offered to gift me the amount of money I owed for loans, plus an extra $5,000 for keeps. I told him I would consider it, but it might take some time. I accepted his apology, but I haven't forgiven either of them yet, and then I hung up. My mom doesn't know that T and I have kept in contact since I live about 2 hours away from my parents and over 3 hours from her, and T informed me that my mom and dad were thinking about selling some possessions and taking extra shifts at their jobs so they could surprise me with a brand new vehicle. I don't know how this will sound, but I'd rather not accept a car or any extra money from them, as A, everything I own so far I earned through my hard work, and B, I feel that simply buying back your child's affection is a lazy way to reconcile.